welcome back everyone, Toy Shiz here, and I am back yet again for yet another McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse video, and today we're heading into their quote-unquote digital realm, but it's actually physical figures, as confusing as it can sometimes be. But we got 3 new offerings to talk about. Because first and foremost, we have the original Robin from EARTH-2. Yeah, way back when, the Golden Age. Why, this is Dickie Grayson all grown up. Don't believe me? Here's the artwork right here. Yes, Robin did wear this costume. And yes, both masks, of which you can pick your poison on that. On the back side of the packaging, it uses that head portrait. And here's the barcode for when these start to hit store shelves. They're also starting to come in from various online avenues. Now, before we really delve into things, from New York Comic-Con, of which you can watch my entire coverage, as well as the live feed of the McFarlane Toys panel, it was revealed that with these, well, it was 3 figures, then it turned into EARTH-2 Robin and Joker, and then it's now the Platinum Edition Flash, which is technically a Platinum Edition of EARTH-2 Robin, and then Joker has his Platinum Edition, which is a black suit. Don't have that one to show off, but you can just kind of use your imagination and go, oh, instead of purple, it's a black suit. And like I said, in so many ways, with this new Platinum Edition Speed Force Flash, if you missed out on the Target exclusive, well, you might be in luck. There's a bit of a change to it, but like I said, this is a Platinum Edition, but hopefully it's one of those Platinum Editions that you can just find easy peasy. For the love of God, the Platinums, man. The Platinums. You know what I'm talking about. Nice artwork on the back, of course, this being Barry Allen, although when you read the trading card, you'll have questions. That's all I'm going to say. And then last but certainly not least, we have the Silver Age Joker, which, all spoilers, this is a very cool figure. It's the Joker we've all been waiting for. Don't believe me? Check out that really cool artwork on the back of the box, and here's the barcode. Yes, the black suit Joker and the purple suit Joker will share the same barcode. So this is going to be an absolute blast. Sit back, relax, grab yourself a nice hot cup of coffee. This is a look at 3 brand new McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse digital collection figures, of which they are physical. The Joker, the Speed Force Flash, and Robin of EARTH-2. Here we go. And right before we get started, I just want to say a quick thank you to everyone who continues to watch my DC Multiverse videos, and if you haven't already, please do consider subscribing. Why? Well, we have old toys, we got new toys, we got daily news updates. Guarantee you'll find something here that you like. So with all that being said, here's all 3 figures out of the packaging right off the bat, which is a nice change of pace, is that for the most part, every single one comes with a decent amount of accessories. Go figure. Now, the Speed Force Flash is going to have the same exact Speed Force Flash effects that we have seen with just a multitude of various flashes. You clip them on, you don't clip them on. I don't particularly like them anymore. You also get the mask. There's really little to no difference. I'll show you the comparison later on in the video. It's just a little bit crisper paint this time around. But the actual Speed Force Barry is nice. It looks great. You have the unmasked, which, hey, that looks totally cool. And you got that pulled back mask effect. I always dig that when they do that for any type of superhero action figures. The paint on the yellow is pretty blotchy. As you can clearly see on mine, it barely makes it to the ends, of which you see the red bleeding through. And then unfortunately on this side, they just decided to stop painting the yellow part of his costume. So if you see one in store, just make sure to double check in and make sure you get yourself a good looking one, because yeah, it just doesn't look great. And there are a number of QC issues on this figure, like this big old tag right here, big old piece of plastic that kind of hinders putting this into the shoulder blade, which, hey, that's not very good, McFarlane Toys. You really got to work on this QC stuff. That's a big thing people are talking about on the internet about you guys. It's a thing. You got to pay attention. But the legs are clearly see-through. The yellow boots are clearly see-through. They got a little sparkly go-go stripper boot action going on this time. So really, it's the exact same figure as Target's, but now you're going to have a little sparkly running Speed Force action, of which, I'll be honest with you, of all the cool things you could do for the Speed Force with Flash, that's a bare minimum, man. It's like, thanks for that. Easy peasy, swap the heads, you get the idea. I'll show you later. If you just have the regular Flash amidst the other Justice League, he will fit in nicely. And just to show you, between the two Flash, right? So you got sparkly go-go boots right here, and then you have the Target edition right here. And yes, it's basically the same figure. It's just that the eyes are kind of looking a lot more straightforward, and maybe the one from Target is kind of doing the Giant Man thing where it's kind of looking up a little bit, if anything. But like I said, the main difference is going to be the see-through legs with the sparkly boots action. If it doesn't bother you, then by all means, it's a great Flash. But people need this Flash, and to make it a Platinum edition, like I said, I really hope it's a really easy to come by Platinum. Next up, for Earth-2 Robin, you get a really cool green Batarang. It's small enough to look like a Batarang. It's handheld. It looks great. Fine. That's a fantastic accessory for a character like Earth-2 Robin. I'm definitely not complaining. And I really do like this character. This is kind of more of an obscure character. He does come with extra hands. These are more of these grippy, creepy hands that we see with the Batman figures. He does get this extra head portrait. Mind you, these head portraits are humongous. I do think that they fit, but when you put them next to other DC Multiverse figures, you'll see the size difference. This one is my least favorite of the two. I'm not sure I like the little green divots. I'm not sure they even were supposed to paint that. That's kind of weird, to be honest with you. But yes, this definitely is the head portrait to go for, at least for my tastes. And what I like about this head portrait, it has a nice sculpt to it. The eyes are cool, the hair, everything really matches. It has more of a neutral kind of take. You can kind of see the teeth. It's not overly done in any way, shape, or form. It's just like, oh, that's a good head portrait. Well done. Now, the body type is going to be the Nightfall Batman, of which, yes, this definitely fits this Earth-2 Robin. The costume, the belts, the cape, everything is pretty much on model, give or take maybe a couple discrepancies, but depending on the artist, I would say, yeah, they mostly did a good job, if anything. I mean, it's Earth-2 Robin. One thing I'm going to tell you, when you take this taffeta wired cape out, be very careful with it, with the plastic, because in the back of the packaging, when you pull everything out, I don't know if I scratched the cape or the cape just kind of came out looking like this. But in either case, because I already did it, if you can kind of forego this markage all over this cape, just try it out. Try not to just pull the figure out. It's enough as it is with the 20 to 30 twisty ties you got to cut to even get these figures out. So just go easy on the cape. But it's a nice taffeta, crunchy cape. It does the trick. Plenty of articulation for a DC Multiverse figure. We know how this goes. I've been seeing a lot of people saying, well, you can't really do much with DC Multiverse figures. No, as much articulation as they have, they're a little bit limited. But for me, they go on the shelf and they just display cool. But with all that being said, here's the real mamma jamma right here, because with the Joker, you get a laughing fish. And I've talked about this for a long time. I want to see more sculpted in accessories, and they've done that. Now, I would have liked a little red smile for that old fishy. That would have been very cool. But I like what you did here. Keep this going. Even the gloves are nice. Everything is painted fairly well. Well done on this accessory. Because watch out, he's going for his fish. That just looks cool. And with this particular Silver Age Joker, that is a fantastic accessory. Now, you also get just a normal hand, like whatever kind of hand. He can, I guess, hold stuff, maybe a gun, maybe a crowbar. This, however, is very cool. These are sculpted in playing cards. Once again, they're not removable. The hand just holds them. Now, we know that action figure printing technique exists. They could get in there and mark these cards up, put a little Joker, a little dead man's hand, something like that. That's kind of the, you could have done a little bit more. They're a little bit TNBA instead of BTAS, but okay, fine. I'm glad that we have this going at least, because again, in utilizing this hand, in really posing this Joker out, well done. I am digging this. But let's just point this out. All three of these hands are the Joker's right hand. So you have to kind of take your pick. You only get one left hand in this entire bunch. And I realize that's where the drawback comes from having a sculpted in accessory. So I'm kind of backwards, but you get what I'm saying here. The cane is fantastic. Another great accessory. I love that you can see the Joker's face. He likes to personalize all his stuff. So we just kind of take it and go, yeah, of course. And I particularly love the ribbon that he has tied on there. Very well done. Very superpowers, very Silver Age. I love it. But one thing they forgot, and you could pick this up with the Vampire Joker, is his big old mallet. So if you want to go full superpowers, you're going to have to get that guy. But that too looks great with this Joker. And speaking of which, they nailed that head portrait. That is fantastic. After all these years of the DC Multiverse, McFarlane Toys has finally done it with the Joker. This is the Joker. This is the one that I've been wanting. You have the daisy, nicely painted right out of the lapel. That'll be squirting acid for days. You have his bolo tie, which is beautifully just sculpted in there. The orange, the purple. He's got his black and white spats. Peg holes on the bottom. It is a reuse of Jokers that we've seen plenty of times, all the various bodies. But this one just seems to work the best overall, and it starts with that head portrait. That looks fantastic. But one thing I'm going to point out, when it comes to the joints of the knees and of course the elbows, you can't really tell, but you can tell in person. The purple doesn't match the purple of the rest of the suits of the matching parts. It's a little bit off. So again, McFarlane Toys, I've talked about this many times. You really got to work on matching these parts and pieces up. It looks weird. It looks like you don't know what you're doing. The only left hand that he has, if you have an extra playing card, a la Gambit, something like that, he can definitely hold that between his fingers. You have this hand right here, which could be a gun holding hand, but truth be told, it's kind of just the cool cane holding hands that you see from the artwork on the back of the box. So I like that they match that from there. The head portrait will get plenty of momentum, plenty of articulation throughout the entirety of the body. If you have any Joker figure, you know exactly what this entails. The smile is fantastic. The eyes have a little bloodshotness to them. But what I really would have liked to have seen was an alternate head portrait where his eyes are shut and he's just laughing. Or finally give the Joker an articulated jaw. Somebody has to do it. McFarlane Toys, you should be of the first. Now, with this Silver Age Joker and you have these other superpowers inspired variants of the McFarlane figures, heck yes. From the Riddler to Mr. Freeze to the Penguin and now the Joker, that is a sweet lineup. I love how these display together. And what is really nice, now if I'm using the Nightfall Batman, that particular height, that particular body type, with this Silver Age Joker, I think they match up really great. The Joker is just a little smidge shorter than Batman, also because of the ears, but he just lines up beautifully with this Bat family. And one thing I have to point out, because a lot of you have been worrying me out there when it comes to idolizing the Joker. I just don't get that. He is the bad guy. All of these that you see before you are in some way, shape, or form the Joker. They're a horrible person. Why would you ever want to emulate them? They're awful. This right here is some sexy Joker that a lot of you think is cool. Oh, it'll get me Harley Quinn. You don't want a chick like Harley Quinn. She's nuts. There's no future in that. Get away from that sexy Jokerness. I swear to God. Moving on, we have Batman and Robin. So way back in the day, let's just use this as the EARTH-2 Batman and the EARTH-2 Robin. Well, he's all grown up, and now you see Robin taking on the mantle of Batman, essentially, although I would like to see that figure. But you can kind of put him with the first appearance Batman. You can kind of mix and match. It's the DC Multiverse after all, but these go together nicely. But through and through, while it's not going to be the EARTH-2 Helena Wayne, close enough for the Huntress, just to kind of give you the idea if they ever want to do her. But yes, all three of these look really nice together. And in looking at Dick Grayson, Nightwing, and EARTH-2 Robin, we really need some body type in between here because that Nightwing is way too skinny and the EARTH-2 Robin is way too buff for Nightwing. So we need to get on this. We need to find the ultimate Nightwing figure because McFarlane Toys, you still haven't made it. And real quick, just to show you this Barry Allen with the rest of the DC Multiverse lineup, like I said, if you miss the Target exclusive and you can deal with the shiny, sparkly boots, you won't even see them. It'll be a fine flash to add to your collection. Again, I just wish it was not platinum. Stop with the platinum. So that's going to wrap it up for my look at some of the brand new McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse digital figures. And again, thank you to my friends over at McFarlane Toys for sending these out for the purposes of this video. You should start seeing these in stores relatively soon. Again, there is a black suited Joker. He's the platinum of that Joker. I really have no interest in that. But for those of you out there that do, happy hunting. You've also started to see these trickle in through online avenues, especially in the McFarlane store, so just keep an eye out in the next couple weeks. But you've heard my thoughts. Now I'm curious to know yours. Comment below, let me know. Let's talk everything DC Multiverse. And I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most importantly, remember, keep bringing on those Crisis on Infinite Earths characters, figures. I'm having a blast. And I am looking forward to the Legion of Superheroes. But more on that later this week. And when we do, let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.